What makes a God-honoring community is just the ability of people who have, first of all, a love for God, getting together and sharing how life happens. I was craving that community, and the current church that we were involved in was not providing that, and there was a movement away from real solid preaching of God's Word. And we went on a search for a couple of months, going from place to place, but really never found a comfortable fit, a place where we thought the community was right for us. My daughter, oldest daughter, had to go to Oakville, to Appleby College, to write a test for an American school that she was going to. And I drove her down and two other girls, dropped them off early in the morning, came out of the school, turned left on Lakeshore Road. And as I was proceeding along Lakeshore Road, I saw the sign, Calvary Baptist Church, with a sign out in front of it saying Harvest Bible Chapel. And I went in, and as I walked upstairs to the men's meeting, there were about 60 men sitting in that room, and they started out with prayer, they started out worshiping the Lord, singing a number of songs, and then afterwards they broke out into small groups, 4 or 5 guys, where they were challenged to say, what is God teaching you? And what are you wrestling with? When I got home that day, I said to my wife, you know, it only took 30 minutes to get there. Why don't we go there for church tomorrow morning? We went through the worship service, and Robbie Simons got up to preach. About halfway through his sermon that day, my wife leaned over to me and said, I don't know where you're going, but I'm going here. They met first in a home, and then that outgrew the home. They ended up in a hotel. In the midst of that wrestle to find a building, 2 weeks prior to the date that was announced for church, Gage School became available. In that September day of 2009, 70 people gathered in the corner of the gym. We had drapes around it to make it feel like it was a little more full than it was, and just for the sake of having sound that you could hear and it wasn't bouncing off the walls. But 70 people started in that corner in 2009. And to see God grow the church from there has been just amazing and has stretched my faith in who He is and what He can do. We get to be in this location, and we want to see it being used for the glory of God, seeing it to be used to change people's lives, not as a building, but as a means for His glory and for His benefit to build His church. And so I've learned in my faith that God can do far more than my mind can even imagine or think. And I think that we have yet to see His power completely unleashed. And as we build this community of Harvest, it is because He's changing and transforming lives one at a time, just like He did mine. It's amazing what God has done. And I'm grateful for the opportunity to see God at work. And I've learned it's not on my strength, it's not because of us, it's because He is on the move. And He's inviting all of us to be a part of what He wants to do in and through our lives. Just yielding to His power, trusting Him, and knowing that He has our best at heart, that He's sovereign, has been a beneficial transition in my life, and I hope it is in yours.